I still remember the exact sound of that Mercedes deflating, like a symphony of justice. Every hiss of escaping air was a note in my victory song. But let me start at the beginning. My name is David Foster. I've lived at the last ranch on Sunset Ridge Lane for 15 years. 20 acres of rolling hills, a vintage ranch gate, and most importantly, just outside the original HOA boundaries. That detail? Crucial. For 4 years, life was good. Horses grazed, chickens laid eggs, and I minded my own business. Then Patricia Harrington moved in 3 houses down. Within a month, she'd somehow charmed her way into the HOA presidency. Clipboard in hand, smile like a rattlesnake in pearls, she came to my door. Mr. Foster, I'm here to discuss your property's compliance issues. I politely explained I wasn't in the HOA. Her smile got even frostier. Oh, but you will be. That was the start of 6 months of harassment that would break most men. First came letters about the shade of my fence, then complaints about my rooster crowing. Nearest neighbor is half a mile away. Then mailbox violations. That one was especially rich. My mailbox predates the internet. When I ignored it all, she escalated. Calls to code enforcement, animal control, even tried to classify my ranch as an illegal farm. Then came the big mistake. One afternoon, I returned from town to find a giant industrial padlock on my ranch gate, laminated notice flapping in the wind. This gate is now under HOA jurisdiction. Gate will be unlocked during approved hours only. For a full minute, I just sat in my truck staring at it. Then I made 3 calls. To my lawyer, who laughed so hard he couldn't breathe, to the county records office confirming again I was outside HOA reach, and to a contractor friend, specialist in security installations. Within a week, Foster Ranch had a new look: RFID entry gates, night vision cameras, and my favorite, retractable spike strips. But I wasn't done. See, my easement agreement from 1993 allowed utility and emergency access, but everyone else, I could charge a reasonable toll. Guess who now needed my private road? 15 homes inside Patricia's expanded HOA. My lawyer drafted a notice: $20 per car per day. Monthly pass, $500. Utility and emergency, free. Everyone else, pay up. I installed the kiosk. Patricia exploded. She came roaring up to my gate the next morning, screaming, "You can't charge us to use our own road." I calmly replied, "It's not your road, it's mine." And just like that, click, she hit the spike strips. 4 flat tires. Tow truck also paid $20. But Patricia doesn't go down easy. She called an emergency HOA meeting, tried to get the association to pay everyone's tolls. That's when the board started asking questions. Why was the gate locked in the first place? What's Ordinance 12B? Why were we targeting someone not in the HOA? Turns out Patricia had faked the entire expansion, forged documents, and used HOA funds to harass me. Thousands of dollars gone. She was voted out unanimously, but I wasn't finished. I documented everything: false reports, forged notices, even that padlock. My lawyer filed a civil suit. She settled, handsomely. The county DA got involved. Forgery, fraud, and yes, false imprisonment. Patricia took a plea: 2 years probation, 300 hours of community service, $25,000 in fines. And then came the petty beauty. She still had to use my road. One night, during a dinner party with influential guests, i.e. the mayor's assistant and a couple of bored business owners, she rolled up to my gate in her Lexus. She tried to glide past the kiosk, but the machine wasn't feeling generous. Please insert $20. $20 received. Thank you for using Foster Ranch Road. Have a pleasant evening. Her guests tried not to laugh. One asked why she was paying a neighbor to enter her own neighborhood. But my favorite moment? Security footage. Patricia's face frozen in rage as she fed that $20 bill into the machine. Her guests watching in silence. The spike strips retracted, she gunned it through like a criminal fleeing the scene. She was the HOA president who locked herself out of her own neighborhood and had to pay me for access. Her final collapse came when residents found out she was editing HOA meeting footage to frame dissenters. When the uncut videos leaked, that was the nail in the coffin. In court, the judge looked over the 47-page timeline I submitted, shook his head, and asked Patricia, "Do you have any hobbies besides harassment?" The courtroom laughed. Even her lawyer looked embarrassed. Justice wasn't just served. It was gift-wrapped, monogrammed, and delivered through secure gate with a toll fee.